Hello. Our cultural identities have a big impact on how we see the world and how we communicate with other people. I don't think we always realize it, but the way we were raised, the communities we belong to, and the values we grew up with all shape the way we interpret situations. Culture becomes like a lens, and it affects what we notice about others and what we assume and how comfortable we feel in certain conversations. One thing the reading explained is that people naturally categorize others. This can be helpful sometimes because it helps us recognize patterns and understand that people may communicate differently depending on their background. For example, learning that some cultures are more indirect or rely more on nonverbal cues can help avoid misunderstanding. In that way, categorizing can be a tool for understanding differences, but can also become a problem when we rely on categorizing too much. When we start making quick assumptions about someone based on race, gender, or culture, it can lead to stereotypes and unfair judgment. Instead of seeing someone as an individual, we might only see them as part of an outgroup, and that can get in the way of real connection. The podcast with Warren really connects to this idea too, especially when she talks about code switching. I thought it was interesting how she described adjusting the way she speaks or acts depending on the cultural setting she's in. Code switching can be useful because it helps people navigate different environments and feel understood, especially when they're moving in between cultures. It can also be a way of protecting yourself or fitting in, which makes sense. At the same time, it can also seem exhausting. The fact that some people feel like they have to change parts of themselves just to be connected and accepted shows that intercultural communication isn't always equal. It makes me think about how communication is connected to power and how identities are seen as normal in society. Overall, I think cultural identity shapes almost everything about how we perceive and communicate. Processes like categorizing and code switching can help us adapt and connect, but they also can be limiting when they lead to stereotypes or pressure people to hide parts of who they truly are. This is why being aware of our own perceptions is so important in intercultural communication.